Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here, and as you can tell over here, we got new expansion stuff today. That's right. So I want to keep you guys in the loop. It is the upcoming expansion. I know we don't play that much Constructed, but when there's a new expansion, we actually do play Constructed just to see what's up, to see what all the new craziness is about. Check out some of the new decks, and we're going to have some patch notes to review, and most of these are live right now. So, it's going to be a pretty busy week in Hearthstone. We've got some new BG changes as well. So let's just get through it to stay current, that you can know what's going on in the Hearthstone. So next expansion is going to be Scholomance Academy. It's basically a bunch of mages and stuff, and Scholomance was an instance that had some influence from the Undead, some Kill to Zad action. You guys can check out the cinematic trailer to see what it's all about. It's a pretty good one. Very interesting what they came up with given the current situation and state of production, I guess. You got dual class cards. So we had the 3 class cards in the past. The dual class cards are a bit different. They don't really latch onto a separate identity. They latch onto the merging of the identities of the 2 classes that the cards are part of. So you can kind of see that here. So it's a 3-cost 3/3. Choose one, give beast in your deck +1/+1, or transform into a friendly beast. That's interesting. 1 for a 1/2 combo, discover a mage spell, right? So very cool stuff. Typically with a card like this, you'd expect it to have just a standard play effect because it's a 1-drop, right? Well, it's not really a 1-drop. It's a bit tricky, but it has a discover effect, so it adds that level of consistency to the card generation. This is my favorite card that I've seen so far from this expansion. Gain 2 mana crystals this turn only, so it's kind of like old Innervate, except you overload for 2, but a lot of the time the Innervate combos were just killing your opponent, and now they're possible with Shaman. Oh boy, this is going to be a real spicy card. Oh, by the way, preemptive 5-star rating, by the way. Easy. I mean, that's honestly a very easy one. So they go over the class combinations. There's 10 class combinations. There seems to be some consistent association. I doubt people are gonna memorize these, so don't worry about it too hard. A new keyword, Spellburst. Spellburst is when you have a thing with Spellburst in play, and you play a spell, then the thing happens. It's pretty straightforward, really. So you have Spellburst, deal 2 damage to all other minions. A little board clear there. 3 for a 4/2, Divine Shield, gain Divine Shield on Spellburst. That's very nice. 2 for a 2/3 Spellburst, return the spell to your hand. Oh man, that's going to be interesting. Studies are a new spell that allows you to discover a card immediately, and you get to reduce the mana cost of the next card you play of that type. There you go. So discover a spell, your next one costs 1 less. It's basically not like a new keyword, it's basically a type of card, and we can expect some of these for the other classes. I go over some of the Year of the Phoenix stuff, what it's going to be like, and the pre-purchase events. They have some packs, some perks. You can pre-purchase now, and you can log in. The new login card is Transfer Student, which actually looks really cool, but in my experience, the free cards have typically not been great, but a lot of the recent ones have. So this one is a 2-cost 2/2, and it has a different effect based on which game board you're on. I mean, this screams custom Hearthstone cards, and I love it. Love to see that. All right, round 2. Patch notes 17.6. This is today's patch. Today's patch, boys. Today's. It's happening, okay? So there's a new hero, and as with new heroes, you have to keep in mind that I think there's like a little text thing. So players with Battleground perks will have early access to test Greymane before the hero is formally released on July 28th. So basically, if you have Battleground perks, you can play this hero right away, and if you don't, well, you have to wait. Now, a lot of the new heroes that they introduce to the game are often not very good, so this is not very relevant. I'll give you guys my hot take here on Tess Greymane. She's insane. Yep, there you go. Probably the best hero. So for 1, which is the normal cost to refresh a tavern, you refresh the tavern with minions from your opponent's warband. The last ones, basically. Basically, it's Murazond. Okay, it's that dragon that you basically get random cards from your opponent's side of the board. Well, this is not random, and it's every turn. If you're ever jealous that your opponent has like a cannon or a particular entire build that you would like to buy, well, there you go. Now you can do that. This is absolutely absurd. Now, I don't know how all of these changes will fit together. So this hero's power level, if the meta slows down, is going to be insane. If the meta speeds up, it's still going to be really good, but not that insane, because being hyper, gold efficient in the early game, if it speeds up even further, is going to be even more of an aspect to winning the game. So I don't know. It's possible that she won't be the best hero in the game, but I doubt. I think she's probably going to be the best hero in the game. Returning heroes, we have Mukla. So Mukla is not good, but he's in the game. That's pretty cool. Now he's certainly not the worst hero. Basically, hero power, get 2 bananas. Bananas, I believe, were 0 cost +1/+1 little effects. At the end of your turn, give everyone else 1. Yeah. Ouch, basically. You might see this and like, yeah, that's not bad. But the standard for heroes in Battlegrounds these days, not bad, doesn't really cut it. In fact, Edwin Van Cleef, formerly the best hero in the game, is on the mediocre side. And if you compare Edwin Van Cleef to this, oh boy, Edwin Van Cleef looks really good. Yeah, that's an ouch for me. All right, Bran is coming back. Bran is actually quite good. His hero power, instead of giving you like free buffs when you play Battlecry stuff, which was obviously a little bit game breaking when it was first out, he was the best hero in the game when he was removed from the hero option. This is many months ago. Now he's back and he's completely different. So for 1 gold, refresh Bob's Tavern with Battlecry minions. So Battlecry minions are pretty good because there is a level of consistency to them. Now, obviously, most minion types have kind of like their Battlecry minions, so you're going to get some duds. But for the most part, the majority of Battlecry minions are going to come in the form of Murlocs and Menagerie type. So it adds a bit of consistency to that if you're playing Bran, and that's pretty cool because again, you're going to be using those hero power refreshes at least in the mid game plus, and his power level is going to directly depend on how fast the state of the new meta is going to be. Updated heroes. This is Arana. So this is that new Demon Hunter hero, and you refresh 7 times, and then real cool. Well, she was really bad actually, because refreshing 7 times in the fast meta that we had was not happening. No, it was not. So now you have to refresh 5 times. How much better is that? It doesn't seem a lot better to me, but I do have to say that small changes like these have literally put some of the worst heroes in the game into some of the best heroes in the game. So I am going to hold my thoughts on this one. I think this doesn't look like a big change, but I think this can be a really big change. I think it's possible Arana might be one of the best heroes in the game, and I will certainly try to verify this crazy claim that I have right now. Hooktusk, however, will not be the best hero in the game. Not too bad. So the solution, obviously, Hooktusk was the best hero in the game as of yesterday, but there's a but. Captain Eudora was actually like 0.03 or whatever worse. Like Captain Eudora was basically as good. So Eudora, if she doesn't get overtaken, will be the new best hero. But I believe she will get overtaken by the new Tess Greyman hero. That's my theory anyway. So how does Hooktusk get nerfed? So instead of discovering a minion from the lower tavern tier, you just get one. Now, that's a lot worse, because most of the time when you do this, you're doing this strategically looking for very specific cards. Late game Hooktusk is going to be a lot worse, but early game Hooktusk, just spamming this ability on tokens, is going to be about the same. So I think Hooktusk is going to go from number 1 to a fairly average hero, actually. Fairly average. Not too bad, but not too good either. Battleground minion pool updates. Pirates are no longer guaranteed to appear in every Battlegrounds game. I don't think it matters too much, but it will certainly add some more flexibility and spice to the game mode, as Murlocs will be in it more often now. We got a new minion here, a Malgadon. This is basically Chad Malgam. All right, this guy is real. Okay, You play this if you're playing some form of Menagerie, but not exclusively so, because a number of minion builds have just a few different types in them. And it is still an all minion type, so it's still the most buffable card you can get, okay? Battlecry, for each different minion type you have, adapt randomly. It's a random adapt. Now, the reason I say this is pretty good, so if you have like a Murloc build and you triple your Murlocs and you need another Murloc to fill the slot, this is good enough. It's a 6/6 starter and it gets a free adapt, right? So it has a lot more uses than just, oh, I'm playing Menagerie, I need a fitter, right? Nah, this is fine. Goldrin. Goldrin is being nerfed from Tavern 5 to Tavern 6. Ooh, that's a bit of a sting, right? It is actually. The main thing that this is a big nerf to is the 2 parts. The pace of the Beast build. So the Beast build, it wasn't the best build in the game, but it was one of the best builds in the game. And it was just one of the fastest things you could transition into. You get 1 Baron, you get 1 Parrot, you get 1 Goldrim, and just some random beasts that don't have death rattles, and there you go. You got a build that can get like 2nd place, 3rd place, sometimes 1st place if you just, bling out a bunch of those. Now that can be pretty hard because most of those are highly contested cards, 2 of them from Tavern 5, right? That's the second problem. Being Tavern 6, it's going to be like infinitely harder to actually get a golden Goldrin, so the ceiling of the build is going to be capped out a lot more. Now, the thing that I do actually like about this quite a bit is that it's another one of those builds that hit you really, really, really hard, often way too early. Like people will get this build online on like, turn 8, turn 9, and it would just feel really bad to get hit for like 20, 30 damage. This is one of those builds. So this will slow down the game, and I think that's super important. That's the last line of the Battlegrounds changes. So they didn't remove cannon like I would very much have liked them to. They're slowing down the game by making pirates not appear in every, I guess, maybe a little bit. And maybe a Malgadon has something to do with slowing down that, mid-game push. But these are pretty minor mid-game suppression tools, right? Pretty minor. So the fact that we have Goldrin, okay, it kind of ruins the Beast build, but it slows down the game, and that's really important for me. The rest of the balance updates are ones that you've seen in Constructed. They're basically taking another shot at nerfing Demon Hunters because they've been like the best forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and maybe they won't be as bad, and pre-purchase Scholomance Academy, which I will be doing after I'm done this recording. Yep, okay, well, that's it. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick video. We'll see you guys later.